Hi guys, Diana here with a quick favorites video for you. I wanted to share with you the beauty products that I've really been loving. A lot of them are makeup products and some of them are sort of prep products. So I'm just going to jump right in. A product that I used recently that I've used many times before, I just haven't used it recently, I just hadn't used it in the last few months and purchased a new one about 2 weeks ago, is the Sally Hansen's Eyebrow Wax Kit. It's also meant for face and lip, but what I've been using it for is my eyebrows. Now I've used it a bunch of times. This is the box that it comes in, and you can see it, it has everything that you need in it. You're going to get something to mix the wax in. You're going to mix the wax with. You get the wax, which is microwavable, super simple. You get guides, you get the orange stick to apply it, and you even get a soothing balm with pain medication in it. It's got an analgesic in it, so you can pop that on your eyebrows afterwards. And I find when I use this, I do actually get less bumps, because when I wax the top of my eyebrow, I do get a little bit of bumpage, and you can actually see over here that I have a little bit of redness and bumps going on from the waxing. My skin's just very sensitive. So what I liked about this kit that I hadn't used before are the brow guides, and for me it's very hard for me to get my eyebrows to look similar because they're naturally two very different shapes. So I really struggle with getting the front in a similar shape, but I'm pretty good at somehow managing it. But here at the very sort of arch and sort of ending of the brow here, I have some trouble. So by using the arch guide here, I was able to get an equal amount of thickness on both of my brows, or thinness, I guess I should say. So I'm really loving that. So if you're looking to reshape your brows, I would say just let them grow out for as long as you can possibly manage to leave them. So my trick for you is to keep trimming your brows so that they don't look overgrown, and to get the obvious hairs that are sort of not going to be shaping your brow, keep waxing or tweezing those, and then you can sort of let the underneath bits grow so that you can reshape them. And that's what I did. I let them grow out probably for about a month and a half, and then reshape them, and I'm really feeling a lot more confident with my brows now. I'm very happy with the results. So right on the same subject of brows, honestly, this month and every month, I have been loving my Anastasia Beauty Express Brow Kit. It probably looks a little bit messy because this is always out on my table, and anything that's out on my table gets messed up by my son. I'll show you some other examples. So I never ever use these two sort of highlighting powders ever, but I am using, the two brow powders, and I sometimes use the wax, though not very often. And my trick for using this lately is I will spray my face with De-Slick or Urban Decay Dew Me first, so my face will be moist. And then I will take the little brush and apply it, and I'm finding that I'm getting a really nice natural brow that way, and it sort of blends really nicely when I brush. So I don't know if you want to try that. You can even spritz your face with like the Evian water, or just with water in a little spray bottle, and let me know what you think. I'm really liking that, and I feel like I am getting nice definition in my brows, but it's not, but it's definitely not looking like they're penciled in or anything like that. So loving that for my brows, super excited about them. I've also been using these really religiously. So anytime I do my makeup, it's become part of the ritual for me now to set it. And I like it because it helps meld my makeup into my face and make sure that everything looks a little bit more natural, gives me some extra glow, or possibly protection from too much glow. But it's just kind of a relaxing ending to your makeup ritual, just spritzing your face down. I find it to be very spa-like and I enjoy it. So, been loving these as well. And then on to foundation. Honestly, the only foundation I've been using is my L'Oreal Visible Lift, the Repair Absolute palette here. This is the only one I've been using. I absolutely love it. I've way hit pan here, you can see. And my sponge was looking a little bit beat up, so I actually went to CVS. Actually, it was a Rite Aid. And I just grabbed a replacement sponge. It's in a similar shape. It's a little bit big, but it does fit in there if you force it. So if you have this and you kind of feel like the sponge was too hard to wash, or you don't feel like washing it, I haven't even attempted to wash mine yet, go ahead and just grab the replacement little triangular sponge. My concealer that I've been loving this month, and pretty much since January I've been using pretty religiously, is the Bobbi Brown in Cool Sand, the creamy concealer, and I do use the powder. This is the duo, it comes with both. But my trick for, oh, you can see the powder's coming out. My trick for applying it lately has been using the pointed foundation brush by Real Techniques. It's this brush, and I don't really use this brush very often, but my eyes were feeling a little bit tender, you know, just a little bit sore for some reason, probably because of allergies, so I didn't really want to go in there with my fingers. So I just used this brush, and you can see it just goes in really nicely in this inner area. And then for me, when I do have allergies, I have a lot of redness here. So it really gets right in there without too much pressing and blending, and it does feel a lot softer. So if you're having that problem and you have this brush, give it a try and let me know what you think. And for eyes, I've been loving, totally obsessed with the Stila Kitten Smudge Pot. This is what the packaging looks like. And then there is the label there. It is a beautiful champagne color, and it stays put. So I actually use it in place of I'll swatch it for you. I use it in place of an eyeshadow primer. It is super shimmery. You can see that. You can see it on my finger and also on my hand. It's super shimmery, really beautiful, very easy to wear. Sometimes I'll just throw it on my eyelid and then just pop a little bit of gold into the crease, and it just gives me a really nice natural subtle glow without going overboard, and I really love that. My favorite eyeliner of the summer has really been the Lacquer Liner, the 24-Hour Infallible in Blackest Black. It has adorable packaging. You can see, let me see if I can see, it does really have very cute packaging. I like this because I'm getting, you can see I put quite the dent in it. I've just been getting a lot of control with this liner, so I feel like some of the other ones, like the MAC, what's the other one that I like to use? Even the, I love the Physicians Formula ones as well, but they don't have a solid black like this. They just have like a shimmery black. So I just love it because I get a lot of control. It really stays put, and it does have like the option of being a sort of semi-matte finish versus a super matte finish. So I just like that. It's very dramatic and very easy to use. So that is a good thing. Also on my eyes, I've been using browns a lot lately, which if you know me and watch my videos, you know that's very, very, very unusual. I don't really like browns on the eyes. You can see I'm wearing them today. Not a crazy neutral girl. I like color. I like black. That's just the way that I roll. But I've been using my Naked 2 palette so much. And you can see this is one of the examples of things that my son kind of ruins. You can see the fingerprints, and that's not from swatching, that's from my son coming in here and trying to touch everything. So I've just been using Half Baked a lot, the bronze shade, which I think is called Chopper, and also Snake Bite. So I've just been using these browns a lot. I love them, they're easy. This palette just kind of gets so much use, and I can see now what the obsession with the Naked palette was. It totally makes sense to me now. I keep telling my friend Rachel, I was actually out with her earlier today, and I keep telling her that like this is definitely something she needs to get, or I'm going to need to buy her one because it's going to look gorgeous on her blue eyes. It's just so easy. So I've been using browns a lot, and normally when I wear browns, like today, I will wear a black liner. I just use the black straight from the Naked palette with a little bit of the Urban Decay Do Me spray on my brush. So normally I will just wear a black liner, but I've been kind of feeling brown. And my absolute favorite brown eyeliner is the Mally Evercolor Ultimate Waterproof Eyeliner. This is what the packaging looks like. And it's just a super smooth, really smooth now. I mean, I don't even think you're gonna be able to, it's just like the smoothest liner. Now, because it's so buttery, it is a little bit trickier to control compared to the L'Oreal. So if you're getting into the inner corner of your eye and it's not perfectly rounded, like you've kind of worn it flat on one side, which I tend to do because I do a heavy wing, it can be a little bit tricky to control. So sometimes I have to use my little pointed Q-tips to kind of blend it out and make sure that everything's okay. But once it's on there, it sets, and it's beautiful, and it's so nice that it doesn't drag. I think it's a positive thing that it slides right on just like butter. So it's a really great product. Love it. And it's also, I don't know if you saw the color, but it is a beautiful, my nails are black so you can see the difference. It's just a beautiful deep espresso brown. On to, one more eye item. I've been using my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Greed a lot. For those of you that, this is just a mini, that's all I have of it. But I usually don't use it that much. I'm just going to swatch it for you. When I do, when I'm not using the Kitten primer, I'm using this one. And Greed, you know, obviously it blends out, but it does give a nice gold sheen to the eyes. And then I like topping it with maybe like a bronzy shade. Obviously I'm very into the bronzes now because we're getting sort of into the later summertime, and I tend to kind of like that look. So it's a great primer. Obviously you guys know, awesome primer, and I like the color Greed. I actually like it much better than the color Sin. If I was going to pick up a shimmery champagne color, I would pick up Kitten, hands down. Don't love Sin that much. It's a little too taupey for me. On to the bronzes. I also have something that I absolutely love and end up using a lot every summer, and this is Fusion Soft Lights in Dusk. This is the small size, the travel size. But this product is awesome as long as you make sure to blend your brush in the lid, because for some reason if I don't blend it in the lid I end up looking a little bit blotchy. So I'll just swirl in the lid and put on my cheeks. That's what I'm wearing today. And I like it because it's got the shimmer. It's a really pretty shade of like bronzy glow going on. And it's very, very easy. And you can also use it as eyeshadows if you're in a pinch and you need to kind of pack lightly. Obviously you can use the colors separately. You can also use it as a highlighter separately. Another blush that I'm loving is Urban Decay's Cream Blush in Quickie, which mine always looks a little fuzzy. So when I bring it up to you close, you're going to see little black marks on it, but that's because I always use a brush in it. I use the e.l.f. brush, the flat top one. Whoop. I always use it with this one for some reason. But this is just a cream blush in a beautiful pink shade. I'm going to show it to you. And obviously it's going to look hyperpigmented because I've just applied it. It actually matches my shirt because I just applied it very thickly, but it blends out beautifully to honestly a beautiful natural doll-like glow. And it's very seamless and it stays put. So you can see, you can blend it out a lot, you can kind of layer it to get more pink glow. I even like putting it on just on the cheekbone area underneath bronzy blushes when I'm going to be wearing bronze blushes or bronzer instead of blush, because then you just kind of get that undertone of freshness. So that's another trick that I've been using. One of my all-time favorite bronzers, the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer. First of all, it smells really, really nice. It has a nice, soft, yummy, yummy scent. It looks like a chocolate bar, which is adorable. I don't actually know if these are still available, but a dear friend of mine from Scotland, Gavin, he actually picked up 2 of these for me when he came to visit us last year in Greece. So I have this one, and then I have a backup. So I'm very happy that I have a backup. Thank you, Gavin. So the color is slightly reddish in tone. It's definitely not a cool color. It's nice and warm, but it's not orange at all. To me, it's the color that I get when I naturally get tanned. I do have olive skin tone, but it's sort of that fresh out of the sun color. So I like that because it's very natural, very easy to wear. On my lips, I've been loving MAC's Pink Nouveau, which is this super beautiful pink shade, which I've never swatched for you before, so I will swatch it for you, although it was in a video recently. That color, super bright. You can wear it sort of blended out, or you can wear it full on. And then I've been loving, which I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing it all week actually, is the Coral Sands, the L'Oreal Infallible 8 Hour. Oh, focus. There it is. And I don't need to swatch it for you because I'm wearing it on my lips. And a couple of other things I've been using to get my nails to grow long. Right now I'm actually not loving the nail polish color I chose. This is a China Glaze color. I think it's called Cosmic, but it's actually like really chunky. It's actually very thick and chunky, and that bums me out. But you can see my nails have gotten nice and long, which is very exciting for me. One of them is kind of glued because it's cracked right down the middle, or down the side, this one. But normally my nails will grow just fine, but they won't stay healthy and long. They'll chip, they'll flake. So what I started doing was using the Nailtiques Nail Moisturizer. I showed this in a haul video last summer. And I've also used the Oil Therapy. So I've been using these two products together at night, almost every night. I would say like 5 nights out of the week I use it. And on the nights that I don't use it, it's usually because I'm using a very oily tummy butter, so there's no point in kind of trying to saturate my nails with that. And then on those nights when I don't use that, I'll just throw on a little bit of natural vitamin E oil, just so that I don't waste that product when I already have oil on my nails. And I've noticed a big difference. So I think what I've discovered is that my nails are dry, probably because I wash my hands a ton. I'm always using antibacterial wipes with my kiddos, like with my kid, making sure that, you know, he doesn't get sick and we don't have a lot of germs in the house, or when we're out either. So I think that's why, and just from doing dishes and cooking and things like that, they get over dried. They get salt on them, they get lots of water, they get lots of cleaning agents. So if you're having chipping nails, that is my suggestion for you, to try maybe moisturizing your nails a little bit more. So those are my love, love, love favorites. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope you will share your favorites for me to look at and see if maybe I have that product and I'm dying to try it again, or if it's something that's on my need to buy list. I can move it right up the list. So definitely share your products with me, your favorites. I always love to read your comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys are all having a beautiful and safe summer. All right, I'll talk to you guys all again soon. Bye for now, loves.